Hello, welcome back. Last time I went back through Soldiers of the Sea and solved what I feel like were at least a few pretty hard to solve fates. So making some good progress. I think I got 2 sets of typesetting, or was it just 1? I forget. Anyway, so I feel like I had a little bit of unknown, unfinished business. I still don't know what happened to you, and I don't know how I'm going to figure it out. That's right, I was trying to see if I could, like, spot you over the side of the ship or something. Right, you're the disappearing man. George Shirley. Also, that's a lowish confidence guess on the names, but I think that's him. That's not what I'm focusing on today, though. Did I have more that I wanted to see in Soldiers of the Sea, or did I finish that already? So you're somebody I don't know yet. You're somebody I don't know yet. Where do you show up? Hold on. No. Let's do this in a structured way. Right, Winston Smith. I figured out who you were. That was fun. I liked the subtlety of that. In the rigging, unknown topman was electrocuted. And also Nicholas Botterill. I should look at this memory to see if there's anything additional I want to learn from it. So, starting here. Alright, Nicholas Botterill. Nicholas Botterill? Which one are you? Yeah, this one. I could stop and take the time to read the pocket watch, but I don't want to. Alright, so he's having a real bad time. Who is here? Anybody I particularly care about? Abraham Akbar, Nicholas Botterill, Nathan Peters, possibly George Shirley. Don't know your name yet. I think I know what happened to you. Yes, I sure do. I've already put it in. Lars Linde, Henry Brennan, Charles Miner. Okay, so the only person in this memory whose name I don't know is you, and maybe you if I have this wrong. So where are you? Can I spot you? Abraham Akbar, Nathan Peters, Lars Linde. Who's this? Oh, right, this is George Shirley. Henry Brennan. Winston Smith? No. Right, this guy. I always look at your face, and for some reason, your face, when I see it, just does not look like this portrait. I don't know why I have such trouble associating those two. Okay. What do you have around your neck? I guess it's just like a... Is that like a little loop of rope tied in a knot? Can't tell if that's clothing or like equipment hung around his neck or just like... I don't know, it's too dark. Charles Miner... Somebody falling. Right, this is the man who was struck by lightning. Looks like that's all the information I'm going to get out of here. I've pretty much gotten everything I need out of that. Maybe. I saw nothing new that I can currently use. Leonid Volkov. Barking out orders. The wind is alive. Okay, yeah, so top men. Let's learn, okay, first of all, who's here? More people. Nicholas Botterill, Maba, Omid Ghul, Lewis Walker. I am extremely confident in this. Like, pretty much 100%. Lewis Walker's done. Don't know your name, and I'd like to. Leonid Volkov, yes, I know. You were electrocuted and I don't know your name yet. Wei Li, that's as strong a guess as George Shirley, which is to say not very. Yeah, so mostly this memory is to show me who the top men are. All the ones whose names I don't know are marked as... No, you're not marked. Did I unmark you or something? Unknown topman. You were clawed by a terrible beast at some point. Lewis Walker. Yeah, so I think, again, I can't really get anything else new out of this memory. Let's check what's going on down there. Heave. Mainsail hauled up. I think that's Charles Minor, but I can't really tell from here. Lars Linde, Nathan Peters, George Shirley. I don't know, I lost track. It's hard to tell from this angle, and that's where the monster's coming from. Alright, well, that was a not super informative trip. That's fine. Let's go to... what's that chapter called? I think it's later than this. Let me go back to the thing that I was doing, though, where I start from the beginning, look at the oldest unsolved fate, and see if I can get any information about that. Currently, my oldest unsolved fate is you. I don't know your name, but you were speared by a terrible beast in The Calling Part 1. They say strange things about monsters. Yes. You're one of the... oh, so I know what role you are. Alright. You are a topman. How do I know that? Because you're the only other person from China who could be... China. Everyone from China is a topman, although I noticed not everyone from India is a seaman. There's another person from India here that I have unaccounted for. Zungisati, ship's steward. I don't know who this is. Also, I probably said that wrong. I don't know how to... Hindi is not a language that I know much about. So anyway, right, so current oldest unsolved fate is this Chinese topman, one of many, who died in The Calling. Patrick O'Hagan was speared. Wait, I don't know your name? Do I not know your name? Apparently not. Where do you show up? The Calling, Parts 1 and 2. Died in 3. Murder Part 2, sure. Murder Part 3, okay. Ooh, okay, let's chase after that one. I wanted to look at the whole mutiny brawl thing today, but I think I can do this first real quick. So let's start at Murder Part 3. First mate, gun deck. Starboard aft location, basically. So over here. Where I'm wondering if... hold on, tell me about this place that was broken through. I see no corpse of George Shirley. So, like, I don't... I mean, this is in the present, though. Still don't know whether he was just blown through that wall or what. It's just unclear what happened to him. He disappears. I want to be all the way over here, right? Like here-ish? Where am I? I'm on the wrong side. Right, this was the hard one to find. Murder Part 3.
On your toes.
Go back!
Here.
Captain!
Slack the lifts and lower the boats. The whole crew will be on us.
Give it up!
So this is when, what's the guy's name? Edward Nichols, right. This is when Edward Nichols leaves on his expedition with these people. That's Patrick O'Hagan. This was Timothy Budiment. Apparently the way I was supposed to identify you was by... what was it, a tattoo on your arm? That's visible, yeah, there it is, I see it. That's visible when you're sleeping in your hammock. but I followed a different clue and figured it out with a weaker connection. Alright, I know who you are, I know who you are, I know who you are, I know everything about all of you. Who's this? I don't know. You were exploded at some point. You're a pretty mysterious man. That's Lars Linde. Hok Sung Lao, right, he was just executed. Wait a minute. Whoa, information. Crushed by beasts? Who are you and why did I think that? Because you have something pretty seriously wrong with you. I mean, taking a spear in the thigh doesn't necessarily mean you can't have later died from being crushed by beasts. But this is all the way back at murder. This was long before the Doom. Hold on, where do I have your... Disappeared in the Doom, so he did survive the spear through his thigh. I guess I saw this happen somewhere sometime, but I have no idea like who you are, why you're here. I should almost like just look at what roles in the list do I not have filled in. Let's just take some inventory. Like people I just have nothing at all input for. The helmsman, Finley Dalton. Right, I kept trying to look for somebody who was steering. You're awfully near the steering mechanism. This isn't a steering mechanism, is it? Is it? What does the rudder of a ship look like? You know, it's usually drawn like as a wheel that looks like that. But wouldn't it be in a spot where you could, like, see what you're doing? Also, the only thing to say that you're the helmsman... You know, I don't actually know what this mechanism is. I would guess it's something related to, like, hauling up the sail or something like that? I don't know a lot about ships. This game is teaching me many things. Between these two... Oh, wait a second, I'll bet I can learn from the map. Nope. Nope, does not tell me where the steering takes place. See, yeah, this is where real-world knowledge of, like, what it looks like to steer a ship of this size would come in handy. Again, between these two, this one looks more like a steering mechanism to me, of the two. So you'd, like, stand here and, like, turn this one way to direct the ship one direction or another or something. Wait, so what are all these cabins here? Where am I standing? Here. Let me visit these in the present and see if I can tell what they are, or see if I can go through these doors. Those have X's on them. These do not. Alright, so this man who is standing all the way in the back next to this... Yeah, okay, this supports that. I'm actually about to see him do his thing. Yeah, okay, so let's go backwards to your memory. Hold on, who's here? Who is in this memory before I leave it? Timothy Budiment. Oh yeah, Alarkus Nishikin or Alexei Toporov. Still don't know which. Oh hey, only one of two though. Wait, shouldn't the other one be here? He is. He's just depicted in a different thing. No, that's Patrick O'Hagan. Yeah, that's the other one. Okay. 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 So right, this is the whole Hok Sung Lao. You've been found guilty.
Of the murder of
I don't know your name. Perished in the Doom Part 5 by loose cannon. What's happened here? Right, okay. So many people to look at here.
and by the authority of the
No
East
hints about
India
his
Company,
identity. Edward Nichols.
Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line.
Etc.
Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir.
Alright, so you're one that I really want to identify. I feel like this is the first time I've seen your face up close. Again, not what I thought you looked like. But okay. John Naples. Patrick O'Hagan. Christian Wolf, that's how I identified you. Alfred Klestel, Lars Linde. Topman. Chicken. That's your identity, you are Chicken. Alfred Klestel leaning on the... Alfred Klestel is bosun. Which means what exactly? Boatswain. Foreman in charge of general crew operations and equipment required to sail the ship. Okay, thing for maybe hauling sails, maybe? That's Winston Smith. Okay, that's what he looks like. John Davies. Unknown. Disappeared. So few clues about people like this. But I think I do have a good one here. Where's the guy I thought was the... Oh, well, I can only see... Well, Edward Spratt can see from here, but I cannot because of the fog, right? Because in his picture, he's got... Yeah, I see how this is supposed to be put together. I understand. So anyway, I'm going to input that that man was the helmsman. The... Oh, well, he doesn't even show up in here. Yeah, okay, so that guy, this guy here, Edward Spratt sees all the way back to here, but I can only see to about where, oh, interesting. Yeah, so all these people all the way back here, do not show up in this memory. Just because the fog is too far out. Alright, well basically just by this picture, I think, if I'm identifying this correctly, I want to check one more thing before I input it. I have to be thorough here. Like, I'm going to input it unless I get some conflicting information here. But I want to visit a location real quick. Don't think I need to look at the Nuncio Pasqua memory. So I want to be in here. What are these doors? Well, those are cabins, huh? That's open. That's where the captain's quarters are. I mean, yeah, steering mechanism close to where the captain is. Like, that's gotta be it. It's the most likely looking thing, and I... Well, no, hold on. Or do you steer from here? No, you don't. Again, this would be easier if I knew how ships worked. Like, from all the, you know, drawings and depictions of ships that I've seen, I would expect the steering mechanism to be, like, here? Or, like, here? And to be fair, that's pretty close by, so it is there, it's just one level down. Okay, anyway. I've looked at this enough. You are going to be helmsman. Finley Dalton was crushed by a terrible beast. That's what I say. Okay. So I don't have everyone's fate in... Well, I do have everyone's fate in this book. I have disappearances. So looking at oldest unsolved will still show me that stuff. So wait, the oldest unsolved fate was you currently. Next one is this guy who I still don't know. Let's check transcripts. O'Hagan, right, this was the guy who was not O'Hagan. I could listen to accents, I guess, if I really wanted to. Checked and loaded them myself. Does he speak here, I wonder? I wonder if, like, this part of the dialogue will reach the Canaries in 3 days. That might be worth checking. Okay, but let's move on and see if there's any lower hanging fruit than that. Edward Nichols was shot by an unknown attacker. I want to see if I can figure out who that attacker is, real quick. So Edward Nichols is you, I think? Part 6 on the port side. That seems right. And I guess if I'm doing this, I can go ahead and listen to that dialogue.
Ahoy! Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield! Hold your fire!
Okay. So that's what happens. I can see... Oh, it was Chiotan. Okay, well, that makes that easy. There we go. Was shot by Chiotan. There, I did it. I can tell that it's typesetting by the fact that my cursor disappears, in case you're curious. Alright. All input fates confirms. Unless I had another input that I didn't notice, I should definitely check. Alright, progress. Take me... Did that deconfirm anything? No, I had nothing else input. That's what I thought. Okay, so that was oldest low-hanging fate to input. Next one. Well, I know your names, but still not which is which. And I've looked over all the memories, and I don't know how I'm supposed to tell. Like, I really have nothing on you two. Like, you're... How do I distinguish you? I mean, at this point, I feel like about the strongest thing I have is, like, if I go back to A Bitter Cold Part 1, see which one is sitting closer to which hammock. That's getting tempting because, like, I don't feel like any better information is going to come on these two. How many marks do they have? 3. That's what I figured. Because, I mean... That's the information I used for George Shirley and Wei Li. So if I'm using it there, I guess I could use it for those two. I still feel bad about these guesses, though, and I'm real tempted to un-input those names. 3 marks. 2 marks. Especially because you have 2 marks. Well, but you're a topman, so I get some extra information about that. Oh boy. That's fine though. I really appreciate the opportunity this game gives me to be like super pedantic about all this stuff. I just enjoy this nitpicking detail in this particular format that is presented here. It's good stuff. Unknown Soul. He speaks Chinese, so that's some good information. Wait a minute, that's some very good information. Everyone from Formosa is already fully resolved. Everyone from China is a topman, right? There aren't any other Chinese-speaking countries here, are there? Gonna do a scan. Okay, so Formosa, all resolved. China. Huangli, Jiajiang, Lihong, Weili. Sierra Leone. I keep forgetting where that is. I've looked it up, but it's... Okay, no. Everyone from China is a topman. So hang on. I was looking at... Who was I looking at? Why was I looking at him? I was looking at someone somehow. I landed on... Man who is speaking Chinese in... Right, nothing to do with the memory I'm currently in. Should I leave this memory? Or is there something I can learn here? I can use this to bridge to additional memories, but I don't feel like I currently need to. So I think I'm just going to leave. Let's go chase after that thing I was just looking at. Which, I'll know it when I see it, but I can't currently describe what I'm thinking of. I've paged forward to this. Unholy Captives, Part 1. Here? Yeah. Simultaneous death. Okay, so let's look at this. I have a... oh, yeah, I think I know how I'm going to identify this man.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是虾米？都未来，全部供出来。
拢是恁害啦！迄个害得较对人无顾好，是谁人滚死的啊？
He talk about a shell. Very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
There are actually several interesting things going on there. Okay, but I've already figured out that interesting thing. This is your fault. The shell must be protected. We will all die. Well, that's one of the people who died. But now I know you are Formosan royalty. Playing dice with George Shirley. Wait a second. So, I'm saying... Now, hang on. Okay. This is hard. Hard to keep all these thoughts in my head at once. Do I know who's speaking where? One of the two people who died here was speaking. Someone who didn't die was speaking Chinese. I think it's you. One of the two people who died didn't speak. What I'm trying to figure out is, are you one of the Chinese top men? Do I already have too many to input that as your role? So if you died here, when was the wind alive? Soldiers of the Sea Part 1? Yes, okay. So among these people, well, he won't be there, obviously. So we had these two there. There are 4 of them. 4 people from China are top men. And we have 1, 2, 3. Are you number 4? Because I don't think I have another number 4. So if I'm trying to figure out, like, the manifest here won't show me who I've marked as unknown topman. That's the problem I have with this. So I guess I just need to page through and see what I've marked people as. Here's one. You are this guy. In the memory I'm currently in... Well, this isn't going to take me where I want to be. Okay, so I'm in Unholy Captives now. Dang it, which one was I just looking at? No, you. I have you, Yes, so I think that's too many. Oh, but why am I thinking you're Chinese? You're not. Two people were speaking Chinese. You and you. Not you. 4 memories. Unholy Captives, Part 1. A Bitter Cold, Part 1. Okay, well that's... Okay, so if I know you're not a Chinese topman... Loose cargo, so that would imply you're a seaman, right? How many seamen do I have left to identify? There are a lot of them on this ship, but I have identified a whole lot of them. These two count as identified, kind of. Okay. So are you Hamado Diom? Or Alexander Booth? You're not George Shirley. I mean, you don't exactly look English to my eyes, but I mean, I can't tell for sure. So I'm thinking you're 55 or 57. Okay, let's go to A Bitter Cold Part 1 and see which of those two is there. I think that's who you are. And then, does that tell me anything about 57 as the last unidentified seaman? I wonder. Bitter Cold, Part 1. Favorite place in the whole game. Looking for 55 and 57. And right, the other thing I wanted to see here, if I really want to input these by hammock proximity, I can't, because all three Russians are together here, aren't they? 45, 46, 47, and they're not sitting in... Which is which? Leonid Volkov is 45. 46, 47. 45. 46 way back there. 47. I mean, you're closest to 47. No, this is a very bad way to determine this. This is not good information. Alright, so there's a bunch of stuff back here, but I think the particular group I'm looking for... I'll know it when I see it. Especially when I read a 57 off of a tag, then I'll really know it. 59... Or sorry, not 57, 55 is what I think I'm looking for? I wonder why your tag is... not, you know... not numbered like the others. 57... 55 are both here. Is there a person in there? There's a blanket on it. Hold on, is there a person in there? I mean, there's something in there. I can't see any body parts. You are fully covered up. But I mean, yeah, there's a person-shaped lump there, right? Nothing other than a person's feet would be doing this with the blankets. Okay, so am I just going to go by his, like, apparent ethnicity to my eyes? How am I going to figure out who Alexander Booth is? Why did I decide you were a seaman? Oh, because you're in... Okay. Well, let's look at loose cargo. See if I can get anything out of that. Be a little more confident in this before I just input that. Feel like I'm not doing so well today. This game is hard. The last few of these are just going to get harder and harder. Well, sort of. They sort of will and sort of won't. They will because it's all the leftover dregs of stuff that I hadn't figured out how to solve, but they also won't because more stuff will be solved, so I can use more process of elimination. Orlop stern, neath the tiller. I think I just got some information that I could have used a moment ago. Didn't technically need. Orlop stern, neath the tiller. Well, that doesn't quite tell me. Tiller is the steering mechanism, right? But what's he even talking about? He's mentioning a location. Stern is the opposite of aft, right? So like stern means front, aft means back? Anyway, who are you? This guy. Wait. I have no idea who you are. Wait! Or do I? Hold on, are you the one I was trying to identify? No, it was you. I think this is 55 and 57. Are they... Ah! I'm getting confused. Yes, they are both here. Yes, I know that. So one of you is English and one of you is from Sierra Leone? Well, how do I tell which is which? That's him. They both look like the same ethnicity to me, is what I'm saying. I'm looking at their faces. And I don't think I can really use that to help determine which is which. Here's this thing around your neck again. I wonder if that means anything. You don't seem to have one. One of the two Russian men. Who died here? Samuel Peters? Samuel Peters. Wait a minute. Something occurred to me. Yeah, something occurred to me. I need to leave and go to... Oh, shoot. I had a thought. It was very important. Right, I need to go to... The Doom, Part 1. I need to go to the Doom, Part 1, and listen to a voice. I think it's the voice of one of those two. I saw the whole thing. The ropes. Who else would have seen the whole thing? Was it one of those two? I need to go there. Yeah, so I think this clue is currently dead-ending on me. Doesn't seem like I'm getting the information I desired. Lars Linda died up here-ish? No, over here. This is him. The Doom, Part 1. Listen closely.
Let me on.
Over my dead body, you bloody Dane.
Huh? How is that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother.
What? That was an accident.
The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Nice. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Okay. That was definitely you talking. I mean, you could be English from that? If only I knew anything at all about Sierra Leone. I guess I'm gonna have to Google it afterwards. What did people from Sierra Leone look like and sound like in the 1800s or whenever this takes place? Because I just don't have anything that's clear enough to mark either of these. Alright. The two remaining seamen. One is from Sierra Leone. That seems distinctive. Like it's the only person from that location. I feel like it's significant that that is the location that someone comes from. But I just don't know. Alright, fine. So let me stop flopping around. I'll go educate myself on geography and, the people who live in this place, and see if that tells me anything at all about which one is which. Okay, anyway, mutiny, next time. That's what I meant to do today. I sure didn't get to it, though, because there are too many other mysteries. So what I determined, though... Actually, I know neither of these men are Chinese. Okay, so hang on, I did get information. So do I have all the Chinese top men? 1, 2, 3, 4. I do. So you're Wei Li, maybe. You were electrocuted, don't know your name, and don't know your name. Huang Li, Jiazhang, Li Hong. How do I possibly tell any of those apart? By tags. Okay, so hang on. Were they all present in A Bitter Cold Part 1? I think they were. If any of them were not, they all were. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know how I'm ever supposed to tell these people apart. I just don't have that information yet. Some sort of insight will happen, I guess. I hope. Alright, anyway, next time, mutiny. I'll see you then.